everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video. And as you can see, I started out with the sketch traditionally because I thought it would be fun. Was it fun? Yes. Was it necessary? Probably not, but whatever, we do what we want. Anyway, today I am drawing my contest entry for the clipstudiopaint contest that they do every once in a while. The theme was color palette. So I came up with this idea of this girl who is totally not Misato Yushoku, my original character. It's not her. It just looks like her. It's not her. I swear, it's not. And she was going to be holding a color palette and lifting her hand up in the air and painting. And that's pretty much all I got. Like, literally, that was all. I had no idea what I was going to be doing with this, and honestly, it was kind of scary, and kind of exciting, and kind of frustrating. Like, just putting everything down on the palette and not knowing what I was doing at all. Did I say palette? I meant canvas. Canvas! Putting everything on the canvas and just not knowing what I was gonna do. I did not have a game plan whatsoever. And it took me like a gazillion years just to draw a proper grid for the perspective, and then it like took even longer to try to figure out what kind of pose I was going to be doing, like if I was going to be doing something like her in a park, and honestly I kind of wish I would have presumed doing that, and in the background there would have been a city, and I think that would have been nice, honestly, but it just wasn't quite coming together. So I decided to scratch all that and just go back to the drawing board, and I made the canvas really, really big, and I just blew it up like to really big, and like I said, this grid took way too long. I don't even know if the grid was necessary, but yet here we are. I made it. I made a grid. Anyway, then I came up with this idea of this kind of like temple-y area, and in the background there would be like these steps, and I really just wanted a blend of different types of cultures. So I got some futuristic, well, not futuristic, but more modern, like scaffolding or like skeleton from a like modern building, and then like these Greek Roman columns up in front. I am sad to say, I shame my Italian heritage. I do not know the difference between Greek and Roman columns. Is there a difference? I don't know. I'm pretty sure to some historian autist there is. But to me, there isn't. So I'm just gonna say Greek columns, because I've seen this more associated with Greek culture than I have Roman or whatnot. I don't know. And then as you can see, I got rid of her headphones because I didn't want to. Well, actually, I was fixing them right here because I'm just doing the line art, but I am going to get rid of her headphones later on because I really just didn't want it to be a distraction. I wanted to keep everything very minimalistic on her. In fact, you'll even see me completely redesign this top and go for more of a Chinese style top than, well, even more Chinese than what I got right here. Like, this is like Chinese-esque, but it's like all future-y and modern, and that's what I was going to go for, but I decided to go for a more traditional Chinese shirt in the end. I know the name of it, but I can't pronounce it, and pronouncing it, if I try to pronounce it, it's just gonna make me sound like a stupid head, so we're just not, but it's a very common Chinese style of shirt. And then, like I said, a very much rich blend of different types of cultures, because this drawing was basically entitled, The Colors on Your Palette Will Change the World. And between this title and the last title of my Speedpaint, they're getting a little too long, to be honest. At least in this one, I don't have to credit anybody else, because this is a completely original piece. And, yeah. yeah, just completely, yeah, see, there you go. And I was kind of, I made both because I was going to decide on which one I was going to do, and I really wasn't sure about it, but in the end I did go for this one just because I didn't want it to be that distracting from the background. So like I said, you kind of got Greek in the front, and then you got this like more modern collapsing structure in the back, and then in the very, very back I did a torii gate because I love the designs of torii gates, and they just look so pretty. I was going to do this like mountainy era kind of region. I have a photo from an old postcard, and I was kind of trying to go based off of that, but I'm not sure if I did it really well. And as for the like modern-y structure, that was very much inspired off of the movie Suzume, which I absolutely adore. It's a 2022 movie, but I saw it in 2023 because that's when America got it. I absolutely adore that movie. It was so fun to see it in theaters. I saw it twice, actually. Once in the dub and once in the sub. The dub actually was really good, and so is the sub. I can't actually tell which one I like better. Like, the cat, Daijin, has a really nice voice. It sounds a lot like the Japanese. My brother absolutely hates Daijin, the cat, from Suzume. And I'm just like, oh, come on, how can you hate him? He's so adorable. But whatever. I thought of, like, doing some kind of, like, more Indian style of, like, gateway door to really blend in with the culture, but I just get it, and I actually do regret not doing that, and maybe I might try to fix it up and actually go back and change it, but no. I was thinking like literally right now in the moment, should I actually go and change that? Because it would be nice, and it's supposed to be like a blend of cultures, and I'm only really showing like, well, the futuristic like building is just like whatever, it's not anything specific, but the torii gate and the Chinese and the Greek, so only really 3 cultures. I do wish I put a little bit more either Indian or Arabic in it, something like that. I really do wish I would have done it, but it's a little too late now, because there's some things I could change, and then there are some things we cannot, and it is my job as the artist to realize those things and be able to tell the difference, because yeah, I already got like the textures and stuff like that and the overlays. It was just like, nah. Yeah, I can't do it. Although there might be some things that change from the published version of this, just because I am going to be giving it a once look over, because I really want to make sure that I do my best with this drawing. Is it going to win? Most likely not. I am definitely aiming for the top, but that said, I do like to kind of prepare my heart for the worst. I have entered several Clip Studio Paint contests, and I have lost every single one of them, obviously, because if I did, I would be bragging about it for the rest of my life. Even if it literally got me nothing, I would still be like so happy about that. That would be like my dream. Of course, I'm not going to lie, the prize is basically one of the biggest appeals for entering this. Does anyone actually even win this? I don't know. One person said that one of the winners of this was an AI. So, oof. You're not supposed to do that. Like, you're not allowed to use AI, but apparently they must have got by. I'm not sure if that got resolved or anything, but not good. I hope I don't lose to an AI person. The biggest problem when entering these contests is just because when I asked, like, does anybody win? Of course, people do. I've seen it. And in fact, one of the artists who actually won, like, 10th place, I think, or something, or it was 8th. It was farther down the line. They were an artist that I actually followed. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm so happy. And then I realized, oh, wait, they got, that artist is way more talented than I am. But they did get a lower, ranking prize award. So I'm like, oh, I don't think I could do better. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna definitely try. So wish me luck. But I am very, like, I'm very, like, weirded out. But the biggest reason why it's, like, frustrating to enter these contests is because I am completely on my own. I gotta figure out, okay, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's basically the way it is for everybody, so it's like that. It's just kind of frustrating. Although I will say, looking back, like, there are sometimes I was like, why didn't I win? I mean, I wasn't expecting to win first place, but I was like, what was wrong with my drawing? And I'm just like, ooh, looking back is like, okay, that's horrible. Why did you think this was good? Why did you enter this? You're gonna be an embarrassment to yourself. You just crawl under a rock, and that's probably what I'm gonna do exactly after this. It's just like, no, just no. But like I said, I do think this one was a little bit better. The trick to entering a contest like this, and you're not, like, certain your skills are to where you need them to be, is to hide any mistakes that you make behind ever things that you do know how to do. So in this case, I'm not, like, good. Yeah, I put this, like, city brush on top. I'm not sure what I was thinking was that, you won't see it much in the end, so it's, like, fine, whatever, cool. But I don't really know what I was planning. It does look kind of nice. It looks very surreal, which is what I was going for, but at the same time, it's like, not sure. Not sure if that was the best idea. But yeah. So, in this case, was this drawing, it's like, okay, I'm not the best at coloring certain types of shadows, or getting specific things in it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it look intentional. So the background, it's not the best. I'm gonna make it look intentional, like if she painted it. Like, the reason why it looks so paintedly, as I like to say, is because it's supposed to be the textures of her paintbrush. And as you can see, like I said, I put some headphones in there, and I just got rid of them because it just wasn't looking right. And like I said, this is technically not Misato at all. Completely different girl. She just looks similar. Yeah. It's not her. It's totally not her, guys. I wasn't sure what I should do with the colors. I kept them in a similar vein of the CMYK color scheme. I was gonna do, like, red and whatnot, but I decided to do the CMY color scheme, and that is not because this is Misato. It is because it is a good color palette. It means the color palette any digital artist is familiar with. So you got yellow at the top, magenta on the left, and cyan on the right, and black is in the center. So it's like, yeah, it's totally what I'm gonna do. It took me a while to figure out just the placement of the color palette. It's like, yeah, it's like, yep, it's a thing. Because, you gotta put that's the problem with these drawings. You gotta make sure you put everything right. You don't want anything to be, like, in a bad place. Because if it is, it's just, like, it's gonna look wrong. You want to do your best, as they say. Boy, was this, it was definitely something, because like I said, I literally had no game plan. I just didn't know, and I was kind of regretting the pose that I took, because it's kind of from an, not a completely downward angle, but it is definitely more, you are looking at her from kind of an, uppity angle, so it's just like, it is hard to figure it out, and then figure out the background to try to match it. And I just, like, wasn't sure if I could pull it off. See, her eyes are blue. They're blue. They're not magenta and yellow with cyan pupils. So it's completely different. And her bangs are, like, totally not the same. It's totally not Misato, guys. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Well, I don't know, I'll just I completely changed my train of thought. These videos aren't scripted, guys. I had to do a lot of editing with her face later on, because it's just like, something did not look right about it. I asked my brother for his opinion, and luckily he gives pretty good artistic critiques. He's been really busy though lately, because of the holidays though, so I was like, I had to make sure I asked him when the sun was just right, lest he blow off my head. So yeah, I made sure I asked him when he was in a good mood, and that ended up working out for the better. And yeah, he told me some very helpful details. He gives pretty good critiques. He used to give me horrible critiques. I'd ask him, no, how's this drawing? It sucks. And I'm like, to be fair, it was my mistake for coming to him for artistic critique, but what am I going to do? He's the only one I knew. So, yeah. I'm pretty much just kind of figuring out what to do next. Because, like I said, this drawing was definitely an interesting thing. I wouldn't even normally record the process of me drawing my, doing the speed paint for my, illustration. It's just that, two reasons. One, I'm still on the road to 300, so I gotta try it. And considering the fact that the chances of me winning anything with this are very slim, it's like, I gotta make sure I get something out of this, so, we're gonna be doing it speed paint, because that's what I'm here for, as of right now, and also, so that way, if anyone does, for some reason, question if it's AI. Although, like I said in the last video, some people probably already would if they didn't know who I was, because once you just saw right there was the fairy. I press pause and I forget to push resume. So I jump around sometimes. Luckily me, I have a very large digital art footprint, so if anyone does accuse me of like using AI, I would just point to all that. I haven't had anyone say I used AI as of yet, which I'm not sure, to be honest, if I would find it as a compliment or find it as an insult. It's insulting because they're thinking that I didn't put the work in it, but in some ways it's like, okay, so you think it was made by, I don't know, I guess it's more of an insult, but there's something about it, it's like, I guess it's because I'm just like so not sure about my work. I'm like, okay, machine is better than me, maybe? I don't know. Obviously, I would say not, in my humblest opinion, just because it's like, AI art is an art, folks. So, yeah, I haven't run into anybody who's accused me of using AI, but I have ran into a few people who said I should use AI, and I'm just like, no, I like drawing myself, that's why I'm here, and I like making art, and I believe that art is art, not AI art is art. Sorry, Elon Musk, you are very stupid when you do that. Like, whatever, like, I don't really, it's just like, no, it's not art. I'm gonna stick to that opinion, even if we get completely dominated by AI. I'm just like, no, I will always have this opinion. I believe that AI, art requires work, art requires effort, it requires your own idea, it requires you learning and putting stuff down yourself. And yeah, I get it, people used to make the same argument about digital art not being art, but to me it's just like, it's something different. It's just something different. I mean, I think you can make a slight argument if you're totally using nothing but 3D models for every single thing, and if you're using nothing but assets, brushes that you didn't make yourself, I think you could sort of make the argument, oh, digital art isn't the same as traditional art, and it's definitely not the same, and it's definitely, if you're using that much stuff that you didn't make yourself, I would think that it's definitely not in the same level as talent, but even then, there is just, it's different. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I guess another thing, this is totally off subject, but another thing that's also kind of frustrating with the clipstudiopaint contest is like, okay, I created my entry. I uploaded my entry. I did everything right. I followed the rules. Are they actually gonna see it? It's like there's so many entries. It's like, what if it gets missed? Like, that's the biggest thing I actually worry about. It's not like, oh, I didn't win. Oh, why? No, I should have won. Why didn't you? No, I understand that because my talents are still not there. I'm still not that. I'm still not where I want to be in my artistic journey. I never will be because it's kind of what the journey is. You know, it's not finishing your day. But nonetheless, I know I could always be better. I'm not like Rosary, I'm not like Countnatsu, I'm not like Nectarine, I'm not like Yumeart and such like that. I could always be better and such. So I understand why I don't win, but at the same time, it's like, that's not really my biggest concern. It's more of, did they see it? Did I not do something right? What if they missed it? Anyway, that was the drawing. Will I win? Probably not, but nonetheless, it was still very fun to work with. I had a blast doing it. It was quite an experience just figuring out